Hello and welcome to Dell's Gaming. I'm Dell and this is Prison Architect Alpha33 and we're just building our multi intake prison, and we're going to go on to the next stage. Last time we got some of the room upgrades sorted in our first prison block, and we got the education system started. We started it. It just needs to get enough desks in there and then get some people actually going and get some teaching, which is a good start for it though. What we're first going to do is just check to make sure that everything as far as labour and our deployment is correct. There's a couple of bits there. That's some of the new rooms I hadn't put to the correct system. Let's just see, is there anywhere else that's supposed to be? Looks okay to me now. And logistics. Now we're today going to be doing a few bits and pieces. One, we'll hopefully get some actual people going into the education room this time to start getting those training to go for the programs. Where's our programs here? We have a foundation for interested, but none in the general education. But to get to general, they have to go through the foundation first, and that will head us towards these grants here, which is a crackdown, education reform. The other ones we have is find 10 illegal drugs with 70% of the way there. And let's just see what else so they're currently all we can do. Now we can open up with finance an extra grant, which allows us to have 3 grants at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one as well, just to have that available for us. Anything else in here that's handy? Right, we're going to start on surveillance. Will be another area we may have a look at this time, but possibly we'll set it up ready for next time. So, okay, priorities on this particular session will be, I want to expand the number of cells we have. So we're going to create a new cell block up on the other opposite side. So over on this side over here, and we will just marking something off there. Let's just say we want to have some pathways, so it's going to go from there across, most probably coming all the way down to here, that sort of area. So it's just about the same as the existing cell block. So we're just going to fairly much duplicate that cell block here. Down in the south, we're going to put a new luxury cell block in. So we're going to work out a bit of sizing. This is going to be a luxury. We're going to put the level 10s and 9s in here. Not going to have too many of them, just a few. So just to see what works out and what sort of size we need. So we'll work that out in a second. We'll also look at a workshop next to the classroom, and get it to export some of our items. Now exporting allows us to basically sell things for money. So we're going to set that up. So first thing we're going to do is set up the workshop and the exports. I think will be the first bit to get some of these prisoners working for us and making us money. I think that's a good idea. So first thing I do is let's have a look at what is the requirement for a workshop, which is down here. So 5x5 saw, press and a table. So if we're going to go over here, we need 5x5, 1 2 3 4, what's that? 1 2 3 4 5. So that's the minimum size. I think we need a little bit more than that, so we'll go a little bit, we'll double that up. So we're going to have a sizable workshop. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll put some walls in here. What have we been putting? Concrete walls or a nice brick? Well, let's have some nice brick walls actually. So we'll go to there and over and then up there. There we go. Right, planning. Let's just take it out there so we can see what it's like. And we will need a door. But we'll just put a normal door on here, nothing special. And the items it required was a saw. Come on, can we move that around? It won't allow us to move it around, so it's going to have, it will go just there. A press, so what else was there? Saw, press, I'll put a gap in there for that, and a table. Where's the table? Table, and the table will be for the items as they're completed, just there. So we just need to get those basic items in there first, just to start it off. We can also put a carpentry table in there, which we're going to do, which is a separate skill as such. I'm not sure if skill is the right word, but we can fit them in. Yeah, we'll be able to fit them in, so we'll put one of those down there. Excellent. We'll see, that will hopefully push those through. Now we might need a bit of power. We have to keep an eye on our power situation, because obviously they're going to need to be hooked in to power, I'm guessing. So what we'll do is, to preempt that, we will add some there, and oops, I cancelled the wrong thing there. Let's just make sure. Yes, I cancelled the saw. Let's put the saw back. There we go. Right, so we can put them into that place. Hopefully they'll get that nicely built. Excellent. Right, so let's duplicate what we've got here, mirror image it to it. We'll rework it a little bit, I think. We'll come up with a slightly different design. We'll try to keep the same number of cells. We might go, now one thing is on room or cell quality. We're creating these luxury ones down here, and the way that room quality works is that it's an averaging system over the whole prison. There's no good having every single prison, every single cell be a luxury 10. That won't keep people happy, because everyone always expects more than they really have, which I know is a bit of a insight on the way people are, but it's sort of true. So what happens is there's an average level within your prison. If people, and some prisoners will always want to be in the above average rather than below average. So this becomes a reward type system, in that if you are good, you get a good cell. So, you know, if you've behaved well, your rating goes up and you become eligible for, say, a level 10, a level 9, etc. If you are bad, your rating goes down. Therefore, it is a punishment, and you are then relegated down to a level 1, a level 2. In general, you've got to have this differentiation. If you have too many good cells, A, they cost a lot, but also no one has any, people will expect to have this level, and they won't like it if they're put into a lower level. Likewise, they won't have any way of giving a benefit to people, or they don't want to risk losing these, you know, his great lovely 10. This guy that's in this 10, this 9 here, he's not going to do anything that would mean he would lose this. You know, too big a risk. He's not going to risk losing this lovely cell he's got. Likewise, these guys here could potentially do things, especially when it comes to some of the other areas, that will mean that they would get increased in grade. Oh, we found some more illegal cigarettes by the looks of it. Cigs. Okay. So it's an averaging system. You gain a little bit, you lose a little bit, basically. So with that in mind, what we're going to do is, this new cell block is going to be all just very basic level cells. We may increase some of these cells to be a level 2, but this is going to be all a level 0. Oh, someone got an early release. Someone passed their parole by the looks of it. Okay, now we have got 40. We are at 33 out of 48. So I am going to also just start an intake. We're obviously a little bit down on possible prisoners, so we will allow 75. No, we're not taking 75 people. Thank you very much. That's a little too many. I think they need to have that down a little bit. Yeah, yeah, we're not doing except 75 users. That would be a bit much, but at least we know we've got to at least get a good. We could mostly go up to 100, I think, safely in this prison at the moment. So that is our next when we have it available, is to take on cell block C. Oh, we can now actually. Cell block C is a 100. Sorry, raising our capacity to 100. We're at 48 at the moment. So anyway, let's get back to this cell block here, which is going to be a nice sort of what should we say, a lower grade cell. So let's start by doing the foundation for this cell, which is going to be no, that's a concrete wall. Let's cancel that. Did the wrong one. Foundations. Thank you. Right, so a nice foundation into there. There we go. Now we don't need an entrance, so we'll put the entrance opposite the other one for the moment, because it's got to be a little bit. We've got that one gap distance, so that's its wall. So it's going to be one up from there, just there. There we go. And whilst they're building that, we'll just work out what size cells we're going to have down in here for the luxury area. So now this is going to have its own little canteen and clothing. This is going to be a luxury. You know, it's going to be like, you know, definitely the big wigs are going in here. So we will. Are they going to try and escape? Yeah, they've got as much chance of trying to escape as everybody else. They will try it. You know, that's prisoners for you. Just remember, something I want to do is put a door in there. I'll explain that one later, but let's just put it in there now for the moment. Nice jail door. There we go. Right. So, to get our cell door rooms increased, if we go back to the logistics and room quality, size wise they've got to be 16 squares of size. So that's basically a 4x4 size. So if we go back to our planning, if we mark it with objects for the moment, because that just gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be our size of our cells. So then go down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, that. So how many are we doing? We can put some smaller ones in there. The other, what was the other size? We could have some 9s in here as well. So the other size was 9 squares, so 3x3. What we might do is leave the size the same on all of them and just have some of them with slightly less objects in them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll have the very highest, and then a few which is slightly lower. Okay. So that's going to be our cells for our luxury guys in each of these. Okay. Right, we're going to need, now we're going to assume these guys are going to be relatively well behaved. You know, they're going to have quite a few privileges. So we will have, they're going to need a kitchen area. So this could be fairly open plan, maybe a bit more up there. We'll create a little kitchen with a couple of bits in it. So up here will be a kitchen. So that'll be the kitchen area. So a fridge, we'll give them their own chef. Why not? So we'll have a, let's see, they're going to need maybe a bit more than that. They need let's see, a sink, which is 3, a cooker, which is 2, a fridge, which is 2. Oh, okay, I wasn't too far out. So like that, we'll put one chef in there, so they can have their own little personal chef, and then they can have a canteen area in this section here, and then a common room somewhere over in that area. Laundry, we won't worry about laundry. They'll get their laundry from another area for them. Okay, that should be fine. Now we've actually got a little bit more room than that, because we'll bring this up here. So we're going to gain one space. So maybe this first cell will be an extra nice one. So let's just put some foundations. We'll make it a nice brick building, I think. So we'll go over here, cross there, and we're going to make the entrance somewhere around about here. So objects, nice jail door, just there we go. So yeah, and what we will do eventually is we might split this one back up into 2 cells, reduce this 10 to something slightly lower once these ones are ready, and then they can move over into these cells instead. So that's cool. Right, our looks like our schoolroom is now, well, people are going in here doing a bit of cleaning, which is good. We have certain objects in here, but they're mainly just cleaning up. Excellent. We've got our guys putting in the foundations down in this area, which is also good. Once we've got the foundations down, what I will do is I will remove the fence and replace it with wall, but only once we've got the main wall built. Same over here. Once we've got the main area built, we'll replace it with we'll remove the fence and then replace it with walling. Okay, so we've got the workshop now. Export. Now we need a little export area. Now don't need too much, but rooms. This is just preparing for when we have actually built things in our workshop. So we need exports. Now, is there any requirements on the exports? No, 1b3. Okay, so let's just put a little bit of space down here, which will be exports. So just like that should be enough. Whoops, what we have to do is take out what's there already. There we go, and then put that in there. Okay, I think that is okay, but that should be enough to do that. They'll move some of that items out of there into the storage, no doubt. Excellent. Still being built, which is fine. Now, what else have we got, and we can start building then next? Right, now we've got at the moment we have a minimum security prison, so we haven't exactly had much problem with people, but eventually we could need some visibility on some of the areas for surveillance when we start getting some higher grade people. But I'm going to do the surveillance and the micromanagement when we move up to medium security or normal security prisoners, which I'm going to do when I build buy some area. What I'm going to do is either buy some land, possibly on the bottom, just for why not, down the bottom here, and we will make that, build another prison, fairly large, different style to this minimum one here. We'll find a different styling for it, and that will be our normal security, for want of a better word, level of prison. We'll then do a high level security possibly at the top, but that's done, again, will be a 3rd level style of prison, especially for high security, more guards, more walls. This is a fairly open prison at the moment because we are already doing low level. Okay, let's just see what other rooms and modules while we have got our guys wandering around. Let's just check our power. Our power is fine. Our guys are working at it. I'm going to speed them up a little bit. What other areas have we got that we can look into? We have done the security office, which is fine. More, we haven't done a morgue, but it's not necessarily. I haven't got many people dying at the moment. A library. Oops. That is one area we could put in here. It's a nice library. How about a library for our prisoners, especially all these guys, so they can, especially near the classroom, maybe next to the workshop here, nice little library here, so they can get some books and do some reading. So 5b5, Okay. Library shelf sorting desk. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be 5. Okay, that's cool. And we're gonna do a nice little what have we got here? Are we doing concrete walls here? I think we are. So to there, and there. So that's going to be our little library. We'll take out that there because we don't need that anymore. Okay, we'll need to put a door on there. We just put a normal door. And then what objects do we need for a library? Let's see. A library shelf and a sorting desk. So a sorting desk, that's obviously as the items come in, they get put on there and they have to be sorted. I guess that's like the library person. So we'll put that up there. That's like the which way round are we going to go? Doesn't really matter. We'll go there. That's the library person and the library shelves. Okay. So where are we going? How are we going to have our library? Yeah. We'll do it like that. 1, 2, and then we'll have a couple here. One there, maybe another one just over here as well. Reference section near the main desk, and then the others will go there. Okay, so that'll give us a nice library. Again, the library will help them with education. It will help them with their requirements they may have for under the needs section. If we go under needs here, literacy, it should help them with some of those areas. Our needs are very good at the moment. We're looking after everything, doing quite well. We have a good cash flow, which is excellent to see and hear. Right, how are we doing with our building? Our guys are building a little slow, so we'll just speed them up a bit. We need a bit of build. Come on guys, get those buildings done so I can get the insides bits working. Have we, just out of interest, have we got anyone that gone for any of our schooling? Because our here we've got 11 interested, 10 4 passed. Oh, okay, not many passed the kitchen hygiene, but at least we do have some people now working in the kitchens. We've got 2 interested in the general foundation education class, which is good. We've had 4 people go through the parole system, which is good. And the workshop, there is some people, a lot of people are interested in the workshop. One problem with the workshop is that it means that they get a lot of tools coming out of it. So what we're going to do is put a little, I think a detector, a little metal detector just here would be a good idea. So as they're coming in and out this door from the workshop, after doing some work there, they'll get scanned, and hopefully the guys in the area here will detect that and take it off of them. What we should also do is put the same before they come in and out of their main blocks. So we'll put another one just there, and we will put one just there, and the low security as well. Oh, sorry, the luxury one, we'll put one in front of the luxury one as well. We'll do that once we've built the walls. I can't remember exactly where I have. I know it's just there. There we go. Now in this gap here, we could build another, because we've got to get close to our 100 people, we're going to have to build some fairly crowded cell blocks in here as well. So let's just do another foundation. It's not to be joined to this, there will be a gap, so this is going to be another load of level 1. Down there, yep. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes actually. Let's do that one more time. I want them actually going up to this, so that's down there and to there. Cool, should make it part of that then that way. Right, we'll see how that goes. We have to be a bit careful with that. It does be annoying on occasion because it suddenly everything knocks all the walls down. Right, we'll put a entrance in just there, and we'll see how that goes. So that'll be our next cell block there as well. We'll put a wall in at that point there if it's needed suddenly. Right, they're nearly done with this. We will have to keep an eye on the power again. We're okay at the moment, but it's getting a little close. Right, how is everybody? Are our inmates... We've got set 33. Oh, we found there's a shift. Someone's been found with a shift. Oh, that's straight to solitary, I think that will be. Yeah, solitary, being found with a weapon. Yeah. We'll show you. Now, we could get some more prisoners in. I'm worried about getting 75 of them in. I think that may be a little too many, considering we've only got a room for another 15. So getting 75 in could be a bit of a shock suddenly. But we might bring some in for a short time. Let's just check. So 75, I think that's 82 now. I wish there was some sort of smaller group we could bring in other than all of them, because that doesn't seem to work. I only want a couple. I only want like 8 or so, not 82 of the buggers, because you know it's then dropping 80. It's on or off. It's not. Can I have a percentage of those, that number being minimum level? So I couldn't do that and a few minsec. It's automatically saying half and half on those. Yeah, don't like that slider, but hey ho, that's the name, that's the way it works. So we could get 41, you know, if we had maximum security, that would be 126,000 for bringing them in there, but we're not. I'm going to close to that, closed at the moment. Okay. So the next intake is going to be 80 prisoners. We don't seem to have much choice on that. Now, why is this? This is not at the moment, is not building. Right, we'll just have this door mode open whilst they're doing all the building in here. This is still not completed just yet. It's still in progress. Looking at that now, we will, because it's done the main part of the wall, so prisoners can't get out. So I'm happy to dismantle the fencing here. And once it's done, replace it with concrete wall. But we do need this to be effectively completed. For some reason it doesn't seem to want to complete it. Now it could be because I didn't do it up to here. Maybe it thinks it needs another entrance. Let's just try that. We'll put somewhere a jail door in, just to add a jail door in and see if that makes it complete. Right, okay, how are we doing with our library and our there? They're not done. Oh, we've just had some exports. They're putting the wood in there for export. Sale price 150. So our wood from our forest is being used. Excellent. Excellent. Got a lot of people going through the reception in and out instead of using the main jail door. Oh yeah, I know what it will do. We've put this double in here. I need to remove this one here now. Objects, dismantle that one and that one. We don't need that now that we've got the double door in there, so that's fine. Oh, we've got a visitation here happening. Who's that? Pato. Oh, Pato, you've got visitors, Pato. You can go and see them now. They're waiting for you, Pato. Where are you? I don't know where Pato is, but you have a visitor. Please go to the room. To the visitation room, Mr. Pato. You'll have family waiting. Right, need some power. We'll sort out the power once I've worked out why they have not finished out these damn foundations. Right, where is Pato? Anywhere around? So we've got some cells which are either waiting for use. Are they occupied? We've got prisoner uniforms in there. We seem to be doing okay at the moment. I just need a little bit of speeding up on these foundation creation. So let's go up to full speed. Get the little whizzy ants going. Come on, are they nearly done? Come on, surely you're nearly... No, that still has not done there. There's something in here they have not completed. Oh, there we go, excellent. Finally, right, let's check our power now, because that would have... Oh, no, we seem to be okay. Right, utilities, we will need power in here though, so we've got to sort out the utilities whilst I'm thinking about it. So, electrical, we'll just roll that up into here for the moment, so they're going to have some electrical, and we might as well just roll this down here. Now I'm going to be a bit cautious here actually, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an electrical switch in just there, so if I needed to I could turn it off. I'll take that out there, and where are we going to put this? Well, I'm going to put it here, and because obviously it looks like you can only put it in areas. Okay, so what we'll do is, where's the electrical from? We're actually going to run it from over here, this electrical over in this way, and we'll put a switch in there. So the power switches can be in the areas here. Same over here, where's power in this area? Electrical cable. Yeah, okay, right, we'll run you over here. There we go, and this one can go into here, and we'll put a couple of power switches in. Power switch just there and there. So each block is going to have its own power cable, ideally. Right, we're going to need some electrical cable going to this here, so it can go into there. Right, excellent. Right, so we'll let that sort itself out. Now, so this is going to be a lot of lower grade. What is this? There we go, dismantle that. Lots of lower grade cells. So let's just mark them out. So what we would need is at least a minimum of 3x2. So 1, 2. So there. That sort of sizing. So if we just go across there, we're just going to do a very simple layout here. We'll see how it goes. As I say, this is all going to be low quality, get them in, lots of, as many cells as we can, allowing for the fact we need some, at least need some laundry and things like that. We might have this as double-sided as well, so what we may do is have this also going opposite. Now we have them so that this end they can come round, but otherwise we have the same, and 1, 2, we'll have this level is not used. There we go, and there, and opposite in each case. Let's just have the doors opposite each other for the moment. That way they can have a chat at night. They can just look out the bars and go, hello neighbour. Now I'm doing this in planning, and really I might just do this in walls actually. Let's just get our materials out now and start putting some of these in. The sooner they get marked in, the better. Now I know where the rough idea is, so we're going to have some very big, simple, no frills cell blocks here. There. What I'll do is I'm just going to do this the simple way, and then go there, there, there. I won't say it's a simple way, it's just a easy-ish way of doing it. Okay, so that's all of them marked out. Let's just take out those planning blocks before I forget. Actually, I can just do that with those. Right, so that's all gonna be planned out. Now, what we could do is have more cell blocks down at the bottom here. Let's just plan those ones out as well. So we'll just do some rough planning, basically mirror what we had up at the top. Any problems we've got? No, we're all thing. Our danger level is good. And have we done? Oh, we've done our drug program. That's handy and interesting. Okay, so down here the same. 1, 2, 3 there. So if we do, that's going to be that wall. Then we're going to have a 2 block, and the next wall. And 1, 2, 3 up here. The next wall. Okay, so let's now just materials wall that in. Excellent. So we're going to start with the first little one. So we're going to have that off there, 2. That off there, there, down 1. There, down 1. There, down. There we go. Could use the clone tool here, which we might actually have a look at. Once I've got this sorted out, we will look at that as a clone tool. Let's just go and get that. Where's the clone tool? Clone 1500. We'll get that working. When you're doing lots of identical cells, the clone tool is very handy, as you will see. Oh, found a shiv. That's someone else going to go into solitary again. No one's in there at the moment, so criminals, what can you say? Okay, so we need to let's take out the doorways. Now this is still a minimal security facility. We're going to take out the wall bits that aren't needed. I'll do that once we've built it up, because I'm more likely to make mistakes. Or I can actually I can just take out all of that lot. There we go. Don't need that anymore. There we go. Materials, concrete walls. So here we just go there. They are. They are. They are. Excellent. So our next decision on here, on this cell block, is cooking facilities. Now, we've got 2 choices here. One is use the cooks and chefs in this facility here to cook for these people. So they don't actually have their own cooking area. They'll have the canteen, common room here at the front, canteen, large canteen, and then a shower block here somewhere. Yeah, shower block at this end somewhere, maybe at the end here. And then in the centre, we could even put some more cells if it came to it. I think I'd use up a bit too much space. But yeah, we don't have to put their own. Just make sure I don't suddenly heard a noise, which made me think the electricity had stopped working or something. Always very worrying when you hear little noises like that. So yeah, we can possibly reuse this space for a few possibilities. What have we got options for? Common rooms. I'd like to have more cells, to be frankly honest. And what I might do is let's just plan out a little bit of a shower block. We don't need that much. Potentially we could just make the end area a shower. That's a small shower for a lot of people. How many you got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're going to get 22. This is a 44 person. I would have liked to have got more actually in there. So that's 44 because we need, yeah. But okay, 44 people, 22 people in a shower that big. I think that's a bit small. I think we might need to have a bit bigger shower. So we'll have a nice communal shower block in the centre here again. Doesn't look very nice though. Okay, let me have a think about this. Let's have a think. How about we convert 2 of the blocks at the end to be showers, so make it 21 in each, so it's a 42. That will take us up to 80, up to 90, and then this will put us over the 100. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, that's okay, that's okay. So what we're going to do is concrete wall, we'll block that one in, we'll have that one in, but we'll take out doing those ones, and we'll do the same here, block that one in, take out doing those ones. I'll take out the planning tool, so I don't need any of them now. There we go. Back to our materials. So that will be a shower room. So rooms, shower, 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 shower. Oh, can't see it now. I need to get that, wait until it's built a little bit. So that'll be a shower room for there, shower room for there. So that's 21. What we can now do is add some more cells in here. Just to see what cell size we can put in here, just to up that. We'll work out canteen. They only need a very small common room up at the end here and a canteen, so I reckon we can go up to about halfway of this, have it as more cells. So let's see, how much space have we got? They need to be 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we could do one. We could do a row like that, is one possibility. If we did them this way, there's more room, but we still would not have room to put one the other side, I don't think. Yeah, I can't see how to fit that one in the other way, because they'd have to share a door, which just isn't going to work. There's no room for an alleyway between them. So potentially, I think that will have to be the limit. Not as nice as I would have liked. A little bit of wasted space up the top here. Right, that's going to be enough there. We'll make most of this canteen and a little bit of area of common room. So this is all going to be level 1 cells. This is your low level grunt normal security. We might increase the level of some of these on here, but we might make this either level 1 as well, or increase the level on this security. We'll have a think about that once we've seen how many cells we've ended up with. So we're waiting for the foundations to be built here on this section here. We are waiting for rooms to be built, so we've got a lot of waiting around at the moment, and I need to look at why have we got a lot of waiting around. We seem to have we've got a lot of things in storage, but not very many people doing things. Where's all our ready staff? Where are they? Where are they all gone to? Okay, jobs. Constructing concrete wall. Yes, I know you're constructing the concrete wall. Get on with it. Don't talk about it. Do it. Where are all my ready workmen? Are they still moving? They're moving wood around from the workshop into exports. That's all they seem to be doing at this moment, which is good. That's getting money in, I suppose, but it's just, you know, a bit annoying. Hey ho, never mind. We'll let them carry on for the moment. Oh, and I've just thought of a new idea for up here. Well, we'll look into that one next time. So just to go through, we have done the workshop exports and we've started block C. So next time we're hopefully finished block C. I'm going to start looking at some of the block D as well. Hopefully we'll get these new blocks in. We'll bring in a whole new load of prisoners, and we'll also start looking at some basic level surveillance for our area, and also the use of the clone tool for when we're doing these other areas. Surveillance, I'm just making notes. It's always annoying when you go into the next video and you can't remember what you said you were going to do. Hopefully the library and the workshop will be done. We might have to look at a couple of other areas that might need to be done, but I might put them somewhere else. There'll be a chapel, or what should we say, religious room, shall we say. Also I might look at forestry as a later area, but we'll get the workshops and other bits up and running, and have a look at some of these other bits, what is left to do for minimum security. Then the next stage after that is, as I was saying before, is buying a new plot of land and doing a big, we might just do one very large normal security cell block. So a massive cell block just for normal security people. You know, see how many normal security we can get into one big building. It's going to be separated from this by a little bit, but to get into that area, the normal security will be led through the yard straight into the other block area. But we'll look into that once we have this sorted out, because we've got quite a profitable little low security prison running here. So yeah, it's a viable proposition to then expand it into the next level. But until then, until next time, hopefully you enjoyed it. Please leave any comments if I've done something wrong, or haven't explained something, or you want to know how one of the items that I've put in there really works. Maybe I didn't explain it properly enough. But until next time, have fun.